Do you? Okay, we got Sosa's taking over the Sosa's taking over the stream. Come on, like my jammies. Okay, say hi and then leave. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, go. Go, go, go. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Okay, baby. Go. Go. I'm telling you, it's not playtime. It's not playtime. Say hi. Okay, go on, baby. I know. He wants so much attention all the time. I love you too. I do. Okay, can you go? Go get your bone. Go get your bone. Go on. Where's your bone? Where's your bone? How are you guys doing? How's it going? Hey, go get your bone, babe. Trying to eat some crackers here and, like, just kind of have a little snack. And this one, he always has to be involved. He always has to watch me eat. Okay, go sit down, baby. Go get your bone. Who's here? Hey, Robert. Hey, Clancy, Picker. It's nice to see you guys. Graceful Dragon, I think she went to bed, but I think she's. Hey, Paul. I donated a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Yeah, if you don't mind. Hi, Native. I'm doing good, honey. Thank you for asking. I've just been struggling with some shit. That's all. I've been getting tested for diabetes. I have high cholesterol. It's just, one thing after the other. It's really cold and wet and icky here. So, hi, Virgil. Nice to see you. It's cold and icky here. And, but I've actually started seeing a counselor, which now my doctor's referring me to a psychiatrist. So she wants me to try this new, it's not a new technique, but it's new to me. EMDR, is that what it's called? EMDR, I think it's called. She wrote it on a card. Let me see. Stay, baby. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, watch out. Yes, it's EMDR trauma. EMDR. Has anybody heard of that? I think I've heard. Watch out. I think I've heard of it before. It's for people with trauma, PTSD and stuff. Would you move, please? So, I'm interested to see what that. It's something to do with the eye movements or something. It helps your. It's some way they help you with your trauma, because I have been quite depressed lately. Hey, Clans. No, you're not having one of these. You're not going to like them anyway. They've got pico de gallo on them. What have you guys been up to? It's been quite a while. This is the best dip. It's cream cheese, and it's called toasted everything. And it's like the bagel. You know how the bagels have everything on them? That's what it's like. No. Mm-mm. Go. No. No. Mm. Has anyone else been dealing with depression the last couple weeks? Tell me. Has anyone else been depressed lately? Hi, Donna. You have? I'm sorry, guys. Has it been, Donna, has it been bad? Like, hard to get out of bed? And, like, you have no motivation for anything? Uh-huh. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. It's probably annoying my crunching in your ear, so I'll stop. How do you deal with it? My doctor said, I think you're finally ready to deal with your past and your trauma. And I'm like, because I'm the kind of person that just doesn't think about it, so it's not there. I keep myself on autopilot all the time, so I don't think about it. And she said it's always going to be there until you deal with it and heal from it. Which for me, if I don't think about it, then I'm fine. But then all of a sudden, I'll have a day where something triggers me to where I'm just crying and depressed and unable to do anything. I don't talk to people. I hibernate. I stay totally away from everybody. I have to. Me too, honey. I get it. Mm-hmm. Eye movement, yes, and reprocessing. Worth trying, I guess. See what happens. That's what it's called. EMDR. And she was trying to explain it to me. Something with what they do with the eye movement. And she said it's in Psychology Today, and I guess it's a very what's the word I'm looking for? When it works. I don't know. You do, yeah, you just keep going. You just go through the day because you have to. When you're so busy working a job or two jobs or whatever and taking care of the house and taking care of bills, and you don't have time to think about it, right? But then it sneaks in there sometimes. And for me, the weather's a big trigger when it's cold and wet outside. I'm really worried this winter is just going to suck. But I don't want to be negative. I want to think positive and just get through it because it's debilitating when you're depressed and anxious. Effective. Thank you. That's the word. Yes. Have you heard of it? Donna, have you heard of it? The winter is hard. Yeah. I think most of us have lost motivation. What are we working for? We don't know what's around the corner. So exactly. So not only do we have our personal issues from our past or present, we've got to think about the state of our country right now, which is very depressing. When your job's at risk, my daughter, like I said, her schooling is at risk, just because you don't want to allow somebody to control what you do with your body. But I'm not giving in, so I just gotta pray. I'm not giving in to their demands, and if I end up homeless under a bridge because I can't work, then I think God will help me. I don't know. So yeah, I've heard this EMDR for traumas, really good. My doctor told me about it, so I'm interested in trying it. It's for you guys, because some of us have trauma that it's not at the surface, but it's affecting us and we don't know why, but it's not at the surface. So we can't really pinpoint where it's coming from, where why we feel the way we do, because it's buried so deep in there. You know what I thought about too? Yeah, I will, honey. Um, I think seeing my mother triggered me. I really do. I think that's when I look back, for sure the last week, I've seen her, and I think that's what triggered my depression. I really do. Um, no. Mm-mm. Um, I'm sorry, honey. It's no fun. I get it. I mean, our traumas are probably different, but it's trauma nonetheless. It's depression. Oh, Native, you do too, honey. I'm so sorry. It's awful, isn't it? So, what do you do for it? Um, some of you may ask, well, why would seeing your mother trigger you to be depressed? Well, it's all about how she approaches me. It's about how she only calls me when she wants something, and it's her manipulation tactics toward me. And then after I go do what she's asked me to do, and I am hoping it's going to turn out different than it always does, and then it doesn't. It's very, it really it gets to you. It's like that's your own mother, and she's using you, and you let her, because you love her, and you want her acceptance, you want her love, you want her, you know, whatever. I just try to take my mind off doing buy stuff with my family and son. Yeah, hardcore exercise. She did tell me, go on walks, do something that's going to. Would you move? Stop it. This isn't for you, so you get your own treats. This is grandma's treat. No. Mm-mm. So, Sean was going to come being active. Yeah. Sean was going to come tomorrow, actually. Go. But we decided to change it because, yep, seeing your mom would trigger anyone. Picker. Yeah. And it's just sad. It's sad. I keep allowing it. So when's the last time you guys had a good laugh? Like from the belly, just a really good belly gut laugh. Go. You're not getting it. No, I'm not sharing. You can't have this. No, go get your bone. I think we don't get to laugh enough, you guys. We need to laugh more. Go. Lay down. Lay down. You did? Hi, Yvette. I had one 20 seconds the other day watching a TikTok video. It shocked me. I never laugh like that anymore. Isn't that fun when you catch yourself laughing and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, I never do that. Yvette had a good laugh with her daughter yesterday morning. That's what we need more of, you guys. We need to laugh. But I find myself literally thinking about all of the bad shit going on, right? And then I'm consumed with it. I'm trying to focus on what's going on politically, what's going on in our world, just because there's some bad things coming down the pipe, you guys, and a lot of people don't want to think about it, but it's happening. And a lot of people don't even know about it. They're just in la la land. And that's my problem, is I can't tune that out. I always have to stay in the know and what's happening. We laughed so much. We even had happy tears. Aw, yay. I want to laugh like that. But a lot of bad things are coming down the pipe. I don't want to get depressed. I don't want to get depressed. I'm already being depressing, but I don't want to talk about what's going on in the nation, because just be prepared. Have lots of food. Be ready. Have your toilet paper. Have lots of food. Make sure you've got enough food. Make sure you have your protection. Make sure you have some CB radios. Anyways, so what was I going to say? Coming into fall, it feels like winter, and if you need to I don't want to take medicine for depression. I just don't. There's too many side effects. I want to try to take care of it the natural way. But that's a lot of like hit and miss, trying to find different things, I think depression and anxiety and all that mental stuff runs in my family and has for a long time, but they didn't used to diagnose it back in the day. So I think my mother is bipolar, but they didn't diagnose, for her back then. I got this. He's made me laugh so hard that I've nearly fainted. Really? Oh, you guys, I have to tell you. So Sean ended up in the hospital. We don't know for sure. He's not sure what it was. Probably a seizure. He was pulled off on the side of the road on the freeway, or getting off the freeway, and he was found. I think I am hitting it. Yes, Donna. I'm almost the 9th of October. I'll be 53 years old. So, yeah, I think I think that's part of it, definitely. So Sean was in the hospital for 2 days. He has to be put back on medicine for seizures. Yeah, and you know what my mom says, Donna? Oh, I didn't have any problems with menopause. I just flew right through mine. I'm like, Mom, I don't say this to her, but I'm like, you were drunk. You were drinking the whole time. But, so if you guys can pray for Sean, That's kind of scary. They found him on the side of the road, and he's gotten 2 different stories. One story, they told him, the police said he was laying in the ditch. He had passed out or whatever. And another story was he was standing looking under the hood of his car. So that's what the nurse said when I was talking to him on the phone. Yeah, she drank the whole time I was growing up. Uh-huh. Um, mm, mm-hmm. So, no. He's not diabetic. Mm-mm. You're not 80, Yvette. Everybody put their age. Everybody put their age. So he was going to be here tomorrow, right? We had a plan. He bought the ticket, everything. He was coming. And then we just decided neither one of us right now have a lot of money to go out and do things. So I said, just get a refund on your ticket. Or, Um, hello? Not yet. Okay. 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 I will. All right. I will. Love you. Love you. Bye. Go lay down. So, anyways, when he comes, when he comes here, I want to be able to take him out, take him to, do some fun stuff. And, like I said, being my ex kind of screwed me this month that I didn't expect. I can't. So, hey, Annette, you're 60. Donna's 57. Native is 30. And Yvette is 80, did you say? Proud to be. Absolutely. Well, 80 is the new 50. Did you know that? So, anyway, so he was going to come, and it's just not a good time because I'm going to be working all the time. I work 2 jobs, but like I told him, I won't be able to have those 3 days where I can just hang out with him. I can't. I'm going to be fine, but I have to work all day and all night. Well, not all night, but into the evening. So it's just not a good time. So he's going to come sometime in November. So that'll be fine. We didn't even really plan it. Like, it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. And I didn't really think ahead of time. And so, and plus what just happened with him, it's probably not good for him to fly. And oh, Native, you're so funny. Native, where's my stripper pole? Or my, what do you got? Would you go lay down? No. Look at him. He's just driving me nuts. No. Oh, you can't see him. What? What? He's just standing there breathing at me. What do you want? What? God. Kill me right now. When I was really young and spent months in the hospital, the doctor told my mom, I'm not God, but I gave her 6 weeks. Oh my gosh. And you're here 80 years. Wow. That's awesome, honey. Aw, see, I like hearing things like that. I like hearing positive, happy things like that. Go lay down. You're really annoying me right now. Sosa, stop. No, you're not. Go. Go lay down. I fed you dinner. I gave you bone. Lay down. Stop. You're slobber all over me. Go. I'm going to shut you out. Go. Go get your toys. Oh yeah, I need my phone. That's right. Native. Oh, my Polis. You want to see something cute? I want to show you. Stop! You're driving me nuts. Stop it. Look at this. This is really cute. I have to show you really quick.
You should try this trend out.
Stop. Okay, is it this one? Okay, listen. Look.
I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. As long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. I don't know how much value I have in this universe.
Isn't he cute? Oh.
But I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. As long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
And he just sat there like that. I live a positive life, even though I have multiple underlying diseases. Well, I wish I could be more like you, Yvette, because it's like I used to be like that, but I'm just not anymore. You know? Oh, listen to this one.
Hey, anti-vaxxers. I'm fairly certain that the vaccine is less dangerous than the ecstasy you took in the 90s.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that most of the ecstasy I took in the 90s was fake as well.
Hey, anti-vaxxers.
She's such a biatch. I cannot stand Alyssa Milano. Blech. Yep, God was not done with you. That's what he did with my mom, too. Yvette, my mother should have, I don't want to say should have died, but she's had cirrhosis of the liver. She's had a couple heart attacks. She's had cancer a couple times. And she's still here. She's 80 also. But it's so sad, like watching her walk and stuff. And she's using me to buy her smokes for her because she said she was going to quit again. But she's using me because she has me pick them up and bring them to her, and she has me pay for them. And then, forgets to give me the money or whatever. And it's so annoying. That was a nice filter. Yeah, there's some fun ones on here. Okay, this one, I really like this one. Some of you aren't going to like it, but I do. It triggers people. I think it triggers people. I like this one too.
The sun goes down on my side of town. That lonesome feeling comes to my door.
TikTok's fun, you guys. I'm up to, 1,800 subscribers, whatever you call them. Hey, Anitra. I've been up all night, but I just dozed off and woke up again. I'm so exhausted with my paperwork, with the income support and fighting. Anitra, how's it going there with the mandates and the lockdowns and all of that crap. Hey, Sean, how's it going with all that? Like, were you forced to get the jab? Oh my gosh. And are you guys in lockdown? Oh no, here he comes. No, this isn't for you. It'll make you sick. This is for grandma. You guys. So good. I can't find my brother. I mean, he's out on a boat somewhere, I guess, working, but no. But we haven't heard from him. My mom said a few checks have come for him. One's for like $3,000 and another, and he's not even worried about it. That's how good he's doing, you guys. Remember when he was addicted to meth? He had no car, no license. He was in and out of jail all the time. Then he went to treatment, and then he went to the clean and sober living place, worked his program there, got a job, started paying off his tickets, I guess, getting his license. He bought a car. It's crazy. I am so proud of him. But now I haven't heard from him. Go get your bone. Go get your bone. I want to talk about a couple of things, okay? I won't talk politics too much, okay? I'll just read a couple things that's happening. One thing in life, we don't choose to be born. We don't choose when we'll die. But we all have to pay taxes. Well, did you know that technically we are not supposed to have to pay taxes? But you can thank the, elite assholes for that. And actually, taxes is one thing I'm going to talk about real quick. Where's my saved crap? There it is. Oh, this is we do in Canada. Well, yeah, you do have to pay. I mean, we do too. I'm saying, but we weren't ever supposed to have to from the beginning. But Biden's Treasury Secretary wants the federal government to monitor your bank accounts even more closely. So have you guys heard that they're going to be watching now our bank accounts? They're going to be watching our Venmos, our PayPals, our Cash Apps, every way that you can make money. They're going to have their nose in it. And if you spend or take in $600 or more, they're going to tax you on it. So let me read it to you. Treasury Secretary Janet Allen defended the Biden administration's proposal to force U.S. banks to report any Americans' transactions of $600 or more to the Internal Revenue Service by claiming that the financial agency already tracks American activity anyway. It says, quote, banks already report directly to the IRS the interest that they pay on accounts when it exceeds $10. And this is not a proposal to provide detailed transaction level data by banks to the IRS, she argued. It's a proposal to add 2 additional pieces of easily ascertained information onto the 1099 INT form the banks already file. The Biden official further justified her position by claiming that the government needs money and siphoning funds off of taxpayers is an effective way to fill that gap. I think it's important to recognize that we have a tax gap that's estimated at $7 trillion over the next decade, she said. That is taxes that are due and are not being paid to the government that deprive us of the resources that we need to do critical investments to make America more productive and competitive. But he's got a $3.5 trillion spending proposal right now. She went on to claim that the IRS, which already possesses a wealth of information about individuals, should gather more information on higher income individuals who have opaque sources of income. While questioning Yellen, Senator Cynthia Lummis noted that a $600 threshold is not usually where you're going to find the massive amount of tax revenue you think Americans are cheating you out of. But the Treasury head claimed that it's important to have comprehensive information so that the individuals can't game the system and have multiple accounts. In addition to backing more regulations through the IRS, she openly supports and promotes a new global tax rate. She brags about backing from multiple countries for the new tax. She faces a battle on the home front where Republican legislators note that a global tax could hurt the domestic. And I just heard something that Biden is giving the UN. What was it? Biden's giving the UN. God, what was that? I was like, oh my gosh, I got to bring this up. Biden's given the UN permission to do something that controls us, and I can't remember what it was. I'll have to find it again, but it's unbelievable. The UN has no business getting involved in our shit. It's a mess. The government and the doctors don't seem to agree. You guys don't have a lockdown, Anitra? I mean, I'm happy for you, but that's crazy. No lockdown. We are asked to wear masks, and about 70% has gotten the vaccine, and they are opening the places. Now children vaccinated. That's a big F hell no. These kids have no business getting this. To be honest, the taxes is part of the reason I'm cool with no longer being here, should that be what happens. I mean, they want to make it so nobody can be prosperous. Seriously. I mean, America has had so much money and the capability of doing anything. And look at where we are. Why is that? Why are we in this position? Because we got people in there that are, what? They don't care about the American people. They don't care about America. They're selling us out, period. And for people who can't see that, you got to open your eyes. They're selling us out. They're trying to destroy us from within. It's been going on for a long time. And what's the Obama agenda? Think about it. Would you stop breathing on me? Please. My anxiety's through the roof right now, you guys. Please go lay down. Sosa, I've got the doggy shows on for you. I hooked up my stuff that came from Comcast. I hooked it up all by myself. I went through the app and I did set it all up, and so I'm so proud of myself. So I did get my bill lowered, but that's been a mess. I've had to talk to them 4 times. Yesterday, thought we got it all figured out. I didn't owe that $500 like that bitch said I did, but she insisted I did. So I waited and I called back the next day. After that day, I was on the phone for 2 hours. And everybody tells you something different, right? You guys, you get a hold of someone and they tell you something different than the next person. So come to find out, I got a $254 credit. I got a $53 credit and a $61 credit. So I didn't owe all that money, but we figured it all out yesterday. They turned me back on because they had shut me off over this whole thing, which wasn't my fault. They made a mistake, so they turned me back on. Guess what? Today, my shit shut off again. So I have to call back when I got home, talk forever, another hour, explaining what had happened. My bill this next time is only going to be $146 because it's like 1 month, $90, and then part of another month, the prorated amount. That's all I owe. And so they turned me back on again today and said, well, we're not going to charge you the reconnection fee because it wasn't your fault. This is the shit I've been having to deal with for hours, and then going to the doctor and then dealing with my mom. And so I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's just, ugh. I agree, but you cannot even say it in the media over here. Usually the free speech has been very good, but now it seems that even the media is controlled when they, yeah, Anitra, everybody's, stop. Go lay down. Everybody is being censored. Everybody. American people from the states. Name 3 states with only 4 letters. 3 states with only 4 letters. Oh my gosh. I can't even think. I can't even think of any. Hold on. Can anyone think of any? Iowa. Paul got the first one. I was thinking Idaho, but that's too much. That's 5. Ohio. Good job. Anidra's not even from here. And she's I can't even think right now. There's 2. Utah. Yep. Oh my gosh. I like this game, Yvette. So Paul, what did Paul say? Sosa, you're really annoying me. Stop it. Paul said the world is a vampire, but you can't extract blood from a turnip. The smashing. Stop. Mars. Utah, Ohio, Iowa, and Mars. No, we got Ohio, Utah, Iowa. That's it? So they got them. Okay, let's do another game. Yvette, do you have any more games? Oh gosh, the 10 provinces? I would have no idea. Does anybody know the 10 provinces of Canada? Sun goes down. Who can name them? He's actually laying down right now. So I made a friend. Hold on. Why did... Wait. Quebec. Okay. Paul says Alberta, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Quebec. Canadian people seems to know more about the states than American knows about. You're right, Yvette, because Picker knows so much about America. More, I mean, yeah, Yvette says, Paul, keep on. Well, I guess we could just Ontario, Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, we could just like Google it. Do you guys know that what's her name's missing? Or what's it Kyle's missing? YouTube purges accounts, videos casting any doubt on CV jabs. Accounts are getting purged, I told you, and the first time in 3 years that I got the first time I got a strike was because I was showing articles from about it, right? Oh, them and their damn climate change. Have fun with Canadian questions. Hi, Crown. Okay, the pro is here. Ontario, BC, Quebec. Keep going. Crown. Crown's like, that's it. You don't have to ask anymore. I'm here. I love it. I love it. They're actually getting into January 6th and what happened at the Capitol. But you know what's funny is those police officers that died, 4 of them, all of a sudden, and now other people are going missing because they know it was a setup. They know exactly what the hell happened, and they don't want these people telling. You can talk about all you want as long as you do not promote false articles. Actually, no, a lot of people have been taken down because they talked about their sharing information. And it is, even if it's real information, you can't talk about it very much. They get mad. Hi, honey. Yeah, I've been depressed, but I'm cheering up. B ladies in his house, you guys. Mm-mm-mm. That's why there's an article about it talking about how they're taking people down that talk about it. It's crazy. Oh, Steve Bannon, yeah. What's NWT? Prince Edward Island is one. See, I know nothing about that. How are you doing, B lady? Okay, let's play another game. No, honey, it's been you knew it? That's weird. I have been. I'm gonna talk to a psychiatrist. My doctor's gonna refer me to EMDR treatment or something. But it's been rainy and gray and dreary and cold here, so I know that has a lot to do with it. And like I said, seeing my mom, I think, really triggered it when I saw her the first time. She's just a you know, a manipulator. And I don't want to talk bad about that's my mom, but she does. She's good at it. Even the real information is false when it's embellished to make it sound worse than it is. It's some Picker got it. It's EMDR. It's for trauma. It's a technique they use with the eye movements somehow. Um, I've heard that it actually works for people. Who is the current Jeopardy champion and how many games and money has he won? I have no clue, Paul, but you probably do. Um, you don't believe in Bigfoot? California has more people than Canada? That's crazy. No, really? How? Wait, what's the population in Canada? You guys, anybody know? Here, I'm gonna put on a song real quick for you guys. But so I won't be able to monetize. I don't even care. Like, okay. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Are we talking people or liberal? People. At the end of the day, she and her IMP hubby stopped us from any exposure to our 3 grandkids there because we would not give them our empty lot to build on. Your daughter did? Bee lady? Ah, that's awful. I'm terrified because my psychiatrist, who has known me 30 years and written all my medication for the free by phone, he is leaving for the pension bike. Oh no. Well, hopefully, Anitra, I'll pray for you. Hopefully, they'll get somebody else in there that can. That sucks. Losing your doctor. Bee lady, was that your daughter who did that to you? 37.6 million in Canada, 39.5 million in California. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I would have never. I used to party in Canada. I loved it when I was young, 19. I used to go up there. Oh my gosh. We used to go to Richards on Richards and we would go clubbing and we'd be drinking because we could drink at that age up there. It was so fun. Have you been watching American Crime Investigation, the Monica Lewinsky story? They say this is totally accurate. She produced it. They say this is totally accurate. No, I haven't watched it. It's on Crime Investigation, American Crime. Let me get a pen. Oh, it's totally true. I mean, and now what's her name? Rose McGowan coming out. Another Bill Clinton one. Another person that's, I mean, going said Weinstein, Bill Clinton, all of them. It's on FX channel now. Okay. Yeah, I was 19 when I was going up there. It was fun. We gave all 3 of our kids so much, and she will never change. She has used them up for whatever she can get and has to control everyone no more. She's like, I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my foot down.
David, you know, we come out here for the winter to be with you, and it's like you're not even here with us. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Okay.
Wake up, Maggie. And I've got something to say to you. It's late September, and I really should be back at my school. I know I keep you amused, but I feel I'm being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from my home just to save you from being alone. You stole my heart, but I love you anyway.
Okay. Well,
Really shows your age, but that don't worry me none. I show everything.
okay.
I laughed at all of your jokes. My love, you didn't need to coax.
Oh, maybe I couldn't have tried anymore. I know, it's hard.
You led me away from home just to save you from being alone. You stole my soul, but I love you.
Linda Tripp. Oh.
All I needed was a friend to lend a guiding hand.
So it's called FX channel. I'm gonna find some of this. American Crime Investigation. Anymore. Okay, got it down. Thank you, B lady. What? Okay, what did Nature say? I think so, but this. How many do you have to take, Anitra? How many medications, honey? I wrote it down, honey. For movie night, we watched, I love music, you guys. I just do. For movie night, we watched a movie last night. Bye, Native. Thank you for being so sweet and encouraging and kind. Thank you, guys. I don't thank you enough for being so sweet to me and encouraging and loving, and I appreciate you all. You met Rod Stewart in London when I lived there. He asked me to come to his party. I know, because you were a hottie, Anitra. Anitra was a hottie. She's still very beautiful, but you know, when we're younger, we were hotties. Sosa. Anyways, thank you, Native Princess. Have a good night, sweetheart. I hope you feel better too. I watched this border crossing show. It is crazy how many immigrants are coming into the USA from. Yes. And on my TikTok, I've been reading parts out of this Crippled America. This is such a good book. And people want to say Trump's racist, he's this, he's that. No, he explains exactly where he's coming from in that book. And he just says it has to be done legally. Otherwise, what our country's going to go to shit. And look what Biden's been doing. They're coming here and they're having their housing paid for, their medical, everything paid for. Food, housing, everything. Well, so Anitra, you can get allergy medicine at the store. They actually sell it now at the store. It's kind of pricey, but I don't know what the other things you're taking. It's just, I mean, we need a president who's going to want our country to prosper and put our citizens first before everybody else. Because we have homeless people on the streets, living in tents, living with no food. Like, come on. It's just gross, you guys. It's disgusting what these politicians have done to our country. There's no reason for it. There's no reason we should be in this situation. Well, if we won't even be here in 2030, Paul, if it keeps going like this. Several years ago, we picked up a cheap double wide there on 7 acres, cheap in Florida, 5 miles from. I love those. I think there's some beautiful modular homes. I would totally live in one too. Like, I'm not too proud. They will prescribe that, but problem will be my pain medication. Well, I hope. I mean, if you've been on it that long, you obviously need it. So I'm hoping, they don't screw you. There are so few people in Canada. I've heard there's a lot of people coming to Canada now, a lot of immigrants. Well, I have a friend that lives there. I haven't talked to her in a while, but she was saying Canadians were becoming the minority where she was at. Well, yeah, and here's the thing too. They try to raise the debt ceiling. It's just our economy is done for. I believe in a couple months. You don't want to know what I think in a couple months. Okay, what was the other thing I was going to read? Someone else should think of another game we can play. Hold on. Yeah, the nut that took over, she's worse. Exactly, B-Lady. She's worse. Picker, do you want to come up? Hey. Hi, Lexi. She's hasn't heard back yet. She has not come up yet. It's been a week. They told her it could be 2 weeks. Oh, Yvette, Justin Trudeau. I hate him. Well, she did put in for an exemption. She hasn't heard back yet. Thank you for asking, you guys. Lexi and B Lady. Um, it could still be another week before she gets the results back about the other thing. Thank you, Lexi. I will let her know. And B Lady. So she's still. I said, just call them. She's like, Mom, she's not like me. She's not pushy like me that way. This guy go live once in a while. Show immigrant just rafting across in the USA. Real Anthony girl. Okay, I'm writing that down, Crown. Stop. Egg Euro? How do you say that? YouTube. I don't know why it's taking so long. Hopefully no news is good news. I don't know. Our governor is calling for all nurses, etc., in any state to come here to replace those who quit here. Well, that's ones that are V'd, that are jabbed. But that chick, that governor is saying that she's going to have immigrants work in the hospitals. So that's crazy. Oh my God. Yep. See? There's a lot of containers along the shores too. It shows them. What state has only parishes? Oh gosh. Hold on. I feel wait, what country? Or Louisiana. What state has 64 parishes? The state of Louisiana. I am not good with geographical shit. Does anyone have any ideas for a game? Yes, Australia is still in lockdown. Okay, Picker, I'm going to drop the link, okay? Ow. If you want to come up. Picka. Brr, it's cold. I just don't want to turn on the heat because Sosa starts drooling. There you go, honey. Our supply chain globally is a mess. They locked down everyone, and all the truck drivers were out of. Yep, putting chickens and pigs to sleep. Also cows. I tried to tell people that, but I was told that that's not happening. There's no way that's happening. Well, it is happening. This month, the 10th, it was 22 years from the car accident. I have had really bad flashbacks this year for some reason, and feeling so down, plus the stress with the social services. Anitra, I'm hoping things are going to get better. Just what's going on in the world is scary, And then we'll have all of our personal crap to deal with as well. Well, even the meat these days, you guys, ew, yikes. Picca's here. Picca's here. Picca.
Hello,
Wait, where's the background? I want the background on there. Hold on. How are you? I
I'm
can't
okay.
talk like in that accent.
Okay,
Let me
I'm
do the.
okay. Yeah, is my audio okay?
Yeah, your
Yep.
audio's fine.
All right. Lovely.
How are you? You're doing good. What's going on over there? You-
Um, I'm in Sydney. I'm in lockdown still. I've only got another 2 months to go, and then I'll be allowed outside.
Yeah.
Um, so just carrying on. Life is kind of normal, kind of. Um, so yeah, just, uh, just surviving. That's what I'm doing.
Well, how is it affecting you?
I work from home in any case, and I have for quite a while, so it doesn't affect me personally a massive amount.
Right.
Um, and I'm very much a homebody, so I try to avoid going out in any case. But having said that, I do want to go for walks, and I am allowed to, but it's kind of scary. I don't want to go. It's really unpleasant going for a walk wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Um,
Outside, you guys have to wear a mask.
yeah.
See, that is just and the people that fall for this shit outside.
Yeah, outside, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, so I have been for walks and I wear my mask as a chin diaper and then I just put it up as I walk past people. But
Right.
I'm literally quite scared of the police because I mean, I've seen lots of clips. I'm sure you have lots of clips of Australian police officers tackling, physically attacking, mobbing people, throwing people to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're overreacting. So, and then on top of that, you've got the fines. So the fines are literally give or take $5,000 for an infringement. Um, so
Which an infringement would be not wearing your mask.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know. Maybe if I wear it as a chin diaper and they drive past and I pull it up, maybe they're cool with that. Maybe it's not a problem. I see other people doing the same,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I don't really want to risk it. So it's kind of like it's I can't think of the right word, but it's turning me off from going outside. So I'm just like using it as an excuse not to bother, really, which isn't good. So I really need
Beanie
to get out
wants to
more.
know if that's is Australia where they have all the fancy new quarantine homes.
Yes, that's right. They are. They've got several different sites, I believe. I mean, I've not looked into that whole subject of quarantine facilities, but seemingly, yes, there are two or three or more sites where they have professional, the largest commercial building companies in Australia, proper building companies are building proper facilities. Um, yeah, there's at least there's one in Queensland, at least there's one in Western Australia. So yeah, they're building several. And I saw one article that in regards to the Queensland one, the politicians were saying that it's a quarantine facility. It's instead of using hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you go on holiday and you come back to Australia, instead of being forced to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks at your expense, you can now live in a quarantine facility in the middle of nowhere. Um,
Yes, they're taking their concentration camps is what they. I was just listening to a guy who works for the city, and he was talking about in this certain county, two counties way down south, that they're. I mean, they have job uh, job descriptions, and they're hiring for these people to help facilitate all of this to get the people to the quarantine camps.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. So you've got that, which I'm kind of ignoring the quarantine camps thing. I mean, it's not something I'm focusing on, but perhaps I'm silly for that. But it's, to me, the scariest thing has been Dan Andrews, who's the Victorian premier, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's made some speeches, and it's, I can't remember the nature of it, but it was essentially very threatening. You're gonna have to be vaccinated. You know, I should probably be careful as to what I say, but effectively very, very close to enforcing the vaccines. And you will have seen the protests in Victoria. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but there's been the protests in Victoria, which have come about because of they in Victoria, they mandated the vaccines for
Let's
all.
say the jab.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, sure.
Let's
They
say the,
mandated.
and let's say apparently, like,
Yeah.
instead of saying
Okay.
this is happening, we'll
All right.
use, because that's how some people are getting around.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, allegedly that, they mandated the jab for the entire construction industry, construction workers within Victoria, which is a state in Australia, and that's
Mhm.
where you had the protests from, which were pretty violent. Pretty
Mhm.
violent, and I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah. So Dan Andrews, this premier of Victoria, allegedly has said some very, very scary things, and so
Yes,
yeah, it's kind of worrying.
Lisa is right. What she said. I heard that clip of that governor bringing God into it. That this is from
Right.
God. These people don't praise God. They don't talk. They're not people who love God. And this is what I hate, when people use God for their agenda, but they don't believe him.
Yep. Just another, well, manipulating the image of God.
Mm-hmm. It's disgusting. And
Yeah.
those people they need to pay.
Mm. I did see one thing on the internet yesterday. Again, I didn't look into it that closely, but in New South Wales, Sydney's in the state New South Wales, and allegedly it was saying, something along the lines of there's been a law has been overruled, and employers allegedly cannot mandate the jab.
Right.
So that's good news if that's the case. So it looks like New South Wales. It feels like everything's come to an end in a way.
Mhm.
It feels like allegedly it feels like the governments have run out of juice. They've done their threatening. They've used the
Right.
stick. They've used the carrots. When was the
Mhm.
last time we heard anything about free donuts?
Right.
It's been a while.
Well,
I
no,
feel like,
now, well, Biden's talking about, now coming for our Second Amendment too.
right. Good luck
Because
with that.
what people need to wake up. What does that tell you? They're trying to force us to do this. They're threatening to, and they're going to try to come and take our protection. Think about it. Why else would a government do that? Our founding forefathers here in America knew exactly what the hell they were going to do. These dirty, rotten scoundrels, these corrupt, greedy, evil politicians. They knew. And so that's why they gave us that for protection. Yeah. B Lady, they offered weed, they offered donuts, they offered chicken, they offered everything. If money, if you would just get it. Come on, man. What else do you need to hear? What
Yeah,
else do
come
you
on, man.
Come on, man.
But I mean, it has worked. I saw one statistic, allegedly saying that in New South Wales, 86.5% of the population have had
Are
the first jab.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost everybody. And Biden yesterday or the day before, it may have been an error because allegedly he may have dementia, but he
Yeah.
said 97 not to 98% before everything gets back to normal. I don't know. I mean, there's such high numbers. So if there is anything wrong with this allegedly experimental medication, then I don't know, the whole world's FUCK'd,
Mm-hmm. Well,
potentially,
Bailey was
allegedly.
right too. I mean, we can't pay our debt either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we're screwed. I mean, just think, just a year ago, we weren't in this position. Just a year ago. This is how much
Yeah.
damage they have done in a year.
I disagree with that. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I disagree. I think these problems have all been there. You know,
Well,
the the economic problems that the B lady's mentioning,
yeah.
they've been there allegedly. And it seems to me, it just seems very, very convenient that, oh, whoopsie daisy, let's use this issue as a means to allegedly put the entire world into lockdown. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
look, we've only got a bad economy because of the lockdowns. What a coincidence. Um, oh, look, now we're going to have to go into full automation. We're going to have robots. Everyone's going to have to be unemployed and locked down permanently. What a coincidence.
Well, there's been, yes, I mean, they've been trying to, certain people in politics have been trying to do this for quite a while. And yes, these problems have been here. But I'm saying a year ago, we had somebody in there that was trying to do the right thing for our country instead of to destroy it from within.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, we had somebody in there who loves our country. I mean, did you hear Joe Biden say freedom? What free, freedom? What do you say? Freedom, like, who cares about freedom? That's what he was
Right.
like.
What, same as Arnie? Screw your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Not much regarding breakthrough cases. No. Yeah, and a lot of people who have gotten allegedly, the jab, are in the hospital too. B Lady wants to know if Australia had a 1929 or major stock market crash.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for those kind of things. Um, I mean, it was affected by the 2008 stock market crash, although it was a bit of a delayed effect.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. As far as I understand, the stock market just keeps on doubling and tripling every several years. So if you're in a position whereby you can invest, you've probably done okay for yourself. The same with house prices in Australia. They've just every decade or less than a decade, the
Yeah.
house prices and apartment prices double in value.
Right.
So if you are lucky enough to have invested a few decades back, you're automatically a millionaire.
Yeah, that's right. Biden said it isn't about your freedoms. He's such a loser. Did you see where he was getting his jab on
In the studio.
in the studio? And then the green screen, they move. I mean, why would you take down the green screen partway through it, idiots?
What I mean, that's a fact though. Allegedly that's a fact
Mm-hmm.
that he was given the jab in a studio allegedly. I guess that studio could have been within the White House rather. But
Those
isn't that
windows
really
were
weird?
fake. No, that was fake. It didn't even look. I mean, and if it was in there, why would they need to have a studio set up? Yeah, and it wasn't the. Yeah, he wasn't. They ain't taking those.
Well, Biden seemed disturbed when allegedly seemed disturbed when Don Lemon told him that Don, the sexual assaulter, alleged sexual assaulter had taken the jab, Biden seemed very concerned. He said, "Are you okay?" As if he'd taken something bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a bunch of freaking weirdos. Like, I don't know. And even Trump said he thinks Obama is running things, not Biden. He goes, Biden's not running stuff. And Biden, I mean, it doesn't even look like him.
Biden doesn't look like Biden. Yeah.
This
Um,
person, who's ever acting like him, uh, it doesn't look like him.
yeah. So I mean, Biden obviously he has had plastic surgery. He's had
Mm-hmm.
facelifts, presumably. So he does look different, but he looks very different. He seemed to be quite a thick man, and he's no longer thick. He's pretty frail. Um, and then you've got the pictures of some people on the internet who are conspiracy theorists, not me, of course, but some would point to Biden wearing a mask. You can see the different color of the skin. You can see like a tag on his ear.
Yes.
And there's multiple photos of that.
Mm-hmm. It's not him. It is nice to hear what is going on in other parts of the world. Yeah. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to pay attention because this stuff's happening in other places and it's coming here. I mean, that's what's been happening. Um, yeah, Anitra's in Finland. Um, it's just funny because a lot of us conspiracy theorists, um, a lot of things that we've said, the camps coming up, the them going to people's houses, so many people have said that's not going to happen. That's a bunch of no, 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 and it's happening. It's just like
Yeah,
not everything is a conspiracy theory.
yeah. Well, that's fact, isn't it? There was a couple of
Yeah.
months back video
Mhm.
evidence of in America certain authorities going door to door. That's happened in Australia, allegedly. The military. I mean, like here, allegedly, in this suburb that I live in a suburb in Sydney.
Mhm.
There's been all kinds of helicopters flying over above. You never normally get that.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think I'm right in saying most days, most evenings, there's been maybe even two or three helicopters flying above. And I would suspect that it's the police
Hmm.
checking to see if people are gathering outside.
Hmm.
That would be my suspicion. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's it's definitely all kinds of weirdness going on.
And it just feels weird. It feels just things feel off. It feels just things don't feel right. Everybody have their bug out bags ready. Your protection and your bug out bags, and just be ready. Because,
Uh-huh. Is a bug out bag, is that a prepper thing?
yeah, it's like
Right.
yeah, I got to get on it.
Well, yeah, I mean there's more and more talk about the supply chain having issues, food prices, meat
Hmm.
prices skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Um,
Like they're not expensive enough.
yeah, so I think it's a good idea for everyone to buy some rice and some beans, tinned beans.
Yes, beans, rice and beans. Head to the mountains, Lexi said. Yep, head to the mountains. I mean, even my daughter and her boyfriend were just talking about prepping. I mean,
Yeah,
she's really paying attention. It's crazy. Like, she's pretty much she sees things from both sides. She's not a Republican, she's not a Democrat. She's kind of just down the middle. But she's really starting to see with the whole jab, with everything. She's like, she's telling me things, and she's like, Mom, this and this and this. And she goes, it's just odd that they're pushing this thing so hard and they're offering free this and free. She goes, it just doesn't feel right. And
Yeah.
I said, honey, yep, follow your gut. Like, and then this whole thing with her school, what they're trying to pull. And, she's like,
Uh-huh.
it's probably not going to get approved because, Brown says, I'm going to buy a cow. Because a lot of people, a lot of students now, I guess, are transferring to out of state colleges because here they're forcing this crap. Prepping
Right.
and the homesteading life are two different things, right?
Well, this week, Harvard University has made all of their classes online again. Something like this. I might have this slightly wrong, but allegedly, blah blah blah. But yeah, Harvard University has had 95% of the students receive the jab, but they're having so many so-called breakthrough cases
Mm-hmm.
that they've done a U-turn and they've made all of the lectures online. They're closing the campuses, something like that. Um, I think those people. I think we've been told the whole subject of the CV and the jab. We've been sold it. We've been told this. We've been told that, and so many people have gone ahead and done the right thing, and they've got the jab. And now we're learning. Well, hang on. There are all these breakthrough cases.
Mm-hmm.
Things aren't going back to normal as we were told they would be.
2 weeks after 2 weeks. Bee lady, can I come stay with you? um, well, yeah, it's true. I mean, that's what they said. 2 weeks to stop the spread. Well, then the variants come out, and this comes out, and then you have to get boosters. And then it's like it's a never ending thing. But when
Yeah.
people ordered the book, it's a Webster's Medical Dictionary or something, and when you look up the this that we've been fighting since 2020,
Mhm.
it says common cold. That's what it says.
Yeah.
And that's in the medical dictionary. So, and now they're coming out with a medicine that is ivermectin.
Right.
So now that they can patent this and they can sell it, make billions of dollars off it, now it's going to work, right? But when people could just buy it themselves and treat themselves, oh, they won't let doctors prescribe that. No way. You can get
Mhm.
your license taken away now. Well, now they're coming out with a medication that has that in it.
Right. Is that the pill that you take every day?
No, I think this is um, just for if you get it.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of a coincidence that I think Pfizer has had its most profitable quarter ever. I think that's right. It's all coincidence.
Thank you, Mark. Exactly. Um, biggest business in the world. Yeah, and people shouldn't be having to. I'm hearing me echo now for some reason on your end. You're right, Anitra. I mean, they have been screwing us for hundreds of years. Like it's absurd. People should not have to pay the money that they pay to live. I mean, they're just charging us for every little thing that they can to where people just can't make it anymore.
Yeah, big pharma. It's not a new thing. I mean, several
No,
years ago, you had Martin Shkreli was vilified across the world, Farmer Boy, for having increased one drug, the cost of one particular drug. And I looked into that situation quite a lot. It was very interesting, but it's what big pharma do all the time. They routinely increase certain drugs by 5,000%, or some very large number. Your EpiPens, your cost of insulin
Mm-hmm.
is outrageous. I saw something yesterday saying that when you donate blood, the Red Cross get paid. Oh yeah, the blood is bought from the hospitals. The Red Cross get paid something like $150
Mm-hmm.
a liter or whatever, a gallon, whatever, I don't know. But
Right.
then you go to hospital and you're given a blood transfusion and you get charged thousands of dollars.
Right.
It's like everything's a profit center.
And did you guys know that? Oh, jalapeno! I saw jalapeno. Did you know that if you've taken then you cannot donate blood anymore?
Well, that seems odd.
Mm-hmm. You can't donate blood; they won't take it.
And same with plasma, I believe. Could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, gee, they never said that with any other. You know, it's too much. And so, when you think about this, asymptomatic is not a pen. Exactly. Thank you. eBay was selling jars of amoxicillin. Said also folks were getting fish. Mm-hmm. And some of the people are like, oh, people are crazy. They're taking something you give to horses. This shit has been known to help for many, 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 many years. You can't. They're saying that you cannot donate plasma or blood. For sure, I think it was plasma because of the spike proteins. Something in the, you know, that won't interact good with somebody else's, with a patient.
Yeah, I've seen images on the internet, and they could be completely out of context. I could be misunderstanding, but they have pictures of unjabbed blood and jabbed blood, and the unjabbed is like a vibrant red, and then the jabbed is like a deep dark purple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take from it what you will, but it just seems like not as healthy, perhaps.
It's not. Paul, I went 3 times to try to donate plasma, and something would happen every time. Like the first time, they couldn't. They made. Remember, my arm turned blue, and they poked it the wrong place. I mean, it was bruised. It was. I couldn't do it. And then I went back, and they said it still hadn't healed enough. I mean, so I never ended up donating. Yes, if you take it, you cannot donate. Right, B lady. That's what I've been reading. Um, let's see. Let me see. Let me just say something. Let me look up something really quick. If you got the right, okay. Okay. So this says, what does this mean for blood donors? If you receive the donating, what is it? How is it? Okay, is it the okay? It's the plasma. So if it's within 6 months of their infection of the V, based on data that antibodies from natural infection can decline after 6 months, however, the Red Cross has discontinued our convalescent plasma collection program. Throughout the pandemic, the American Red Cross has adapted its collection of life saving blood products to meet the needs of all patients, including those So it's for, you can't donate it to people who need it for the for the thing I think.
Yeah, it's all too scary for me. I don't like anything about it.
So it doesn't really. American Red Cross has adapted collection. Did you toot?
Me, no.
So it's. I think you can still do the blood, just not the plasma. I mean, it looks like. Um, deferral times for donations may vary depending on which brand of them you receive. If you've received a CV-19, you'll need to provide the manufacturer's name. In most cases, okay, the V, as long as the symptom-free feeling all the time. There's the inactivated or RNA base. It's just confusing. Novavax. Has anyone gotten the Novavax?
I think Novax is relatively new, and I think it could be Russian. May have that wrong.
Oh, I don't. Well, right, because people are saying that that is what's in this V. Um, so, I mean, I think I heard it was plasma. Maybe you can still donate blood, but so don't quote me on that. I didn't understand what it was saying.
Yeah, I won't quote you on that, but I think you're right. I think it is both. But
Oh, you think it's both?
yeah, I think it's both. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Um, it's just I'm O positive, and someone I read somewhere that I mean I think a lot of people are O something. Um, I think that it's they were saying that people with the O blood type have a less likely chance of getting it.
hmm.
Um,
Robert said that he's recently donated blood.
hmm, really? Yeah, yeah, because that's weird. I mean, I think I've heard doctors even say that if you've gotten that you can't. You heard it too. Yeah, I did hear. Now I can't say for sure. Like I said, yeah, universal donors. Yeah. Um, I can't say for sure if it's both or just the plasma, but I know for sure I heard plasma that you can't do that because for some reason what they put in it interacts badly with well they can't give it to the person. I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say anything, but allegedly, I've seen on the internet, so it could all be lies, could all be false, blah blah blah. But I've seen medical experts show slides of blood slides,
Mhm.
and they show you the difference between unjabbed and jabbed. And
Mhm.
of course, I don't know what I'm looking at, but there are differences, and the jabbed blood in some of the examples that I've seen allegedly seem to be coagulating or clotting or doing things where the blood cells are collecting, connecting where they ought not be, acting.
Right, like little, almost like little worms or something. They're
Yeah.
squiggle around. Right. Yes, Mark, exactly. It's crazy. I mean, and the people that are coming over here, oh, they can just walk over here freely. Hey, come on. And you can go work in the hospitals and do whatever you want.
And they'll ship them anywhere in America. Just jump on a
Mm-hmm.
bus, ship them off
Dropping
to
them
another
off.
state.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what Mark says. Allegedly, I allegedly agree. We accept cancer, heart disease attacks, and other deaths, but a Rona death is a no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Australia, the number of deaths is, I can't remember the number, but it's about 1,000, slightly under, slightly over. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, pardon my French, but fucking hell, how many people die crossing the road a year?
Yeah.
You know, way more than 1,000. How many people die of heart attacks, alcohol abuse,
Depression,
cigarette,
mental
lung
illness.
cancer, mental,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, suicide. And well, that's it. I mean, there was a statistic. It's a couple of months old, but in 2021, there
It's
was, I
gone
think it
up.
was 440 suicides.
It's gone up.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like crazy amounts of suicides. And in Japan, there's been crazy amounts of suicides, I believe, allegedly.
Right. And again, wasn't it under the other V's or medicines when there's a certain amount of deaths, they pull it because they can't, they have to figure out why people are dying from it, right?
Yep.
Well, that's not, I mean, how many have died now? Many. And they still have it out there, which is weird. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
we know, but whatever. I don't know. All right. Well, I think I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to spend some
Okay.
time with Sosa. Sosie, hi, baby. You're being so good now. You're being such
Alrighty.
a boy. Okay,
Well,
honey.
I'll jump down. Thanks for inviting me up. Sorry
Yeah,
the
thanks for
discussion
coming
was
up.
so depressing and full of
No,
allegedness.
yeah. We think about it all the time, don't we? It's
Okay.
like, all right, honey.
All right
Have a
then.
good night.
Okay. Take
Okay,
care.
bye.
Bye.
So yeah, you guys, exactly, B lady. A number of it's just, it's really sad. Crown, Sosa. Crown hasn't got to see Sosa tonight. We got to show you. We got to show you the crown. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Look, baby. Look at baby. Look at the baby. Hi, there he is. Piper's with his mama. With her mama. Sorry. I got Sosie. Piper's with mommy. He's a big boy. You're such a big boy, huh? I love you. Sos, I love you. He's such a good boy. Can I have a kiss? Hey, can I have a kiss? You just want me to rub your butt? He's just standing there with his bone in his mouth. Can I kiss? Can I have a kissy? Oh, he's got his bone in his mouth. Can I have a kiss? Oh, okay. I don't want that nasty bone. Ew. 8 billion people on Earth, 8 billion cases of toxic people. Mark, exactly. Oh, did you just burp? Are you okay? You want to say hi? You want to say hello? You want to say hello? You're so handsome. Okay, guys. Well, I just wanted to come on and check in with y'all. But I'm still alive. Not that anyone cares, but I'm just kidding. Um, Anitra, I'll be praying for you, honey. I hope everything goes good. When it's time to get a new doctor. That's got to be scary. But or Saul Fire, thank you. Yes, I know, Crown. He's huge. He's such a big boy. I mean, he can literally knock me down if he wants. You're a good boy. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Sweet dreams. Sosa says good night. I'll probably come on this weekend. What is it, Wednesday? I'm going to be working a lot, but I feel a little bit better after coming on here. So you too, B lady. Mwah. Love you guys. God bless you. I'll definitely be coming on for my birthday to visit, but that's not for 10 more days. But I'll probably come on this weekend too. Good night. She did come over, Mark, but she didn't stay very long. That was a whole manipulation tactic of hers. And I think that's what kind of knocked me into my depression, actually. I expected something different. And good night, Robert. B Lady says good night, Sosa. Good night, Lexi. You too, honey. Good night, Picker. Good night, Anitra. Good night, Mark. Robert. Did I say Picker? B Lady, Crown, Paul, everybody, Lexi. Love you guys so much. I think everyone else is gone. So I will. Everyone get get that card in the mail. Yes, send me a postcard. I would love a postcard from where you guys are at. Okay, that would make my birthday if you sent me a postcard. You don't have to, but I would love it. So, all right, love you guys. I know, Anitra, you little turd, you weren't there last night. Good night, guys. Love you.